Hey Alexa, turn the vibes on.
Now we starting to talk, let's killing all the progress. Really hard to process, you treat me like an object. Baby, we toxic, can we stay on topic? I feel like we lost it, feel like we lost it. Take my love, don't waste.
Ayo, what's going on everyone? Nathan here. So, since this is my last year of college, I wanted to make a final desk setup tour. I feel like this time around, I only have the essentials and it's a more compact and just overall cleaner setup than last year. So I would even consider this desk setup to be a budget one because everything around it adds up to $800, and yes, that is excluding my MacBook Pro. And the reason why I'm not counting that in the total price is because pretty much almost every college student has some form of laptop, and this desk setup and all the accessories will work with any laptop that you may have. I just so happen to have the MacBook Pro, but you can also achieve this general setup without the MacBook Pro. And so with that being said, let's just hop right into it. I think the best place to start is the desk itself. This desk was provided to me by Syracuse University, and I did not have any say in the size or shape of it, but honestly, this desk is much nicer than my previous one, even though it is smaller. This desk is 35 inches by 23 inches for reference, and luckily it is maple wood, or the color of that, which fits my desk theme that I like. So there is one major flaw with this desk, and it has to be the single drawer right here on the front. It's just so small, like it's almost useless, but I do manage to keep a few things in there, such as scissors, a couple tools, some SD cards, and just a few other things here and there. So next is the chair, and again, I had no say in which one I got. Syracuse just threw one in my room. So again, it's fine, it's just a regular chair, nothing special about it. So moving on to the core of my desk setup, and this is my 2021 14-inch MacBook Pro. This has to be by far the best purchase I've ever made, and this is such a great laptop. The screen is a gorgeous 120Hz Liquid Retina XDR display. It has very accurate colors, gets extremely bright, and has a form factor that makes it perfect to bring with me to class. What's great is it also has ports for everything I can need, such as SD cards, the new MagSafe charging cable, and also a bunch of USB-C ports. So I have the base M1 Pro version of this laptop, and I would say it handles pretty much everything that I throw at it, except it's only about 90% with the video editing. So ever since I got into 4K video, it's only happened to me a few times where it will start jumping around, stuttering, and just dropping frames. But besides that, everything else it handles like a champ and has been great for me so far. So to raise my laptop to an eye level for a more comfortable experience, I have the Sundance aluminum laptop stand. This stand was relatively inexpensive, and it raises my laptop to a proper level so I don't strain my neck while using my laptop for long periods. It also has an open top which allows air to flow through to the bottom of my laptop for better performance and to help with cooling the laptop down. And I think this stand just looks clean in general, and what's also great is that it can be taken apart and broken down, so it can be easy to travel with if you're bringing your laptop with you to work or school or class. My speakers for this desk setup are the Edifiers 1280 dB. So I picked these up about 3 years ago, and they have been great for the price. These are Bluetooth, which is one of the main reasons why I picked them up, but they also have control dials on the right speaker to adjust bass, treble, and volume. And also the front panels are removable, so if you like the look of the actual tweeters and subwoofers showing, then you have that option with these speakers as well. So I will admit these speakers might be a little too big for this desk setup, but again, I had no idea coming into this year how small the desk would be, and I already had these speakers, so I'm making them work. So moving on to my peripherals of my desk, the keyboard I have is the Keychron K2 wireless mechanical keyboard. This is a 75% keyboard and perfect for me because I still maintain all the functional keys that I use on a consistent basis while it's still staying compact. This uses Gateron G keys, and I have brown switches for them, so they're not too clicky, but they are still clicky enough, and I kind of just like that, especially when I'm in my room and I don't have to worry about bothering other people. This is also backlit and gives you 20 different RGB effects, which I like to change up from time to time and just spice up my setup a little bit. For the price that I got this keyboard and for what it is, it's honestly a great first mechanical keyboard for anyone out there looking for one. And yes, If you saw that in the top left corner, I did swap that out for a custom made Appa key. This was a gift that my brother got me, and it's from an artist called Die Keycaps, and you can find them on Etsy, and I'll link them down below as well. So now moving over to my mouse, this is the Logitech MX Master 3S. I specifically got this mouse to help me speed up my video editing workflow, and the horizontal scroll wheel has been amazing. The ergonomics are absolutely fantastic, and there are 7 total customizable buttons, and this mouse has to be near perfect. So I want the pale gray colorway, which is very close to white, and yes, I know that this will get dirty quicker over time than the other 2 colorways, but I want to work my way into like a white and maple wood kind of desk setup look. But again, I can't stress how great this mouse is, and I don't ever plan on leaving this line of mouse now. And also, I just recently made a review video of that, so if you want something more in-depth, then go click wherever it is on the screen right now. So both my keyboard and mouse sit on top of the small wool desk pad by Grovemade. This is the small size, and I got this because I wanted something to just kind of bring my desk setup together. This wool material has been way better than I thought it would be, and it does not shed all over the place. It's super soft and warm and just feels welcoming, especially when you live in such a cold area like I do, where it's freezing like 6 months of the year. Coming home and then starting to video edit and then putting your hands on a warm mat instead of your cold desk, it's just welcoming, and it honestly feels nice, and I'm glad that I went with this material as well. This also seconds as a mouse pad for my 3S, and it just glides over super smooth, and I don't feel like I lose any precision with the mouse. So moving over to my headphones, these are the AKG K361 wired version. So I went with the wired model because I heard that these were more accurate, especially for video editing, and I wanted to get my first pair of like audiophile headphones. And so after a bunch of reviews, these are the ones that I went with. They have a super wide soundstage, and I didn't realize how different music sounds from my AirPods to these. The AKGs also get really loud, and I never have to go over 80% volume, and I think that's a good thing, so that you're never wanting more volume with these, because I'm telling you, they get extremely loud. So please have mercy on me, don't roast me too hard, but I don't have like headphone stands for these, so honestly, I use this little bar on the side of my desk. I mean, I can't take apart the bar because then like Syracuse will charge me, so I might as well use it for something, and I don't have room on my desk, so I just put the headset on that sidebar. And I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm a broke college student. So sitting on top of my right speaker, I have the Amazon Alexa Dot 3rd generation. And I'm actually gonna put in like a little clip right here. I was filming this video and she interrupted me for no reason at all. So here's that. And 90% of video editing, ever since I started editing.
I don't know that.
Oh my God, Siri, shut up. So pretty much the only reason why I have this on my desk is to use voice control to turn on and off the smart plug, which will then turn on the smart lights as well. My first set of lights are the Govi Smart LED light bars. These are a much more affordable version to the Philips Hue light bars and do pretty much the exact same thing as them. Govi has their own smart app which you can connect these to change either of their colors to whatever you like, and there are also a bunch of pre-made scenes and lighting styles. I usually just leave each of them on their own color so that they're not fading and kind of being too distracting for me, and I also think it just adds a nice little contrast with different colors. So just above my desk, I have the Nanoleaf Shapes Triangles, and this originally came in a 7-pack, but I'm only using 5 of them because of my smaller desk setup. These panels are fully customizable, and you can configure them to any different position that you want. So there are 2 things I want to mention with these, and the first is that I had them on my wall last year. I used too much tape, so during like the takeoff process, I think I damaged a couple of them. So not all of them like work without me like pushing force onto it. I'm sure I could like change them out, but I just haven't like gotten around to it. So right now, only like the right 3 work at one time and the left 2 don't, unless I'm there pushing it down. Kind of annoying, kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then the second thing is that if you're on an enterprise Wi-Fi, which I am here at school, then these do not like enterprise Wi-Fi, and it makes it very difficult to connect these to their smart app. I tried for so long, and there is a way to get its own hotspot to work on these. It's just such a headache and barely worked. I got it once to at least get the colors going, but now the only way that I can control the colors of these panels is through like its little control tab on the right hand side. And I pretty much only have the random option to go through, which obviously isn't the best case scenario, but they're there. They do add a little nice pop of color on the wall. So just a few more small quality of life things. To the right side of my desk, I have the Orsley Apple Watch charging stand, and this is just to keep my Apple Watch in its own stand, and so it's always in an upright position so I can easily see the time when it's in its nightstand mode. So this stand also allows me to use any Apple Watch band that I want with it, especially my favorite, the Sport Loop, and this is always like looped around. I know some of them come apart in like two, so if you had a flat charging stand, it would work, but this allows me to use any Apple Watch band with it. Then I also have two OHIL cable clips on the edge of my desk to keep a USB-C and a lightning cable there so I can quickly charge my phone and or iPad, and the cables are always right there. They're never on the ground, and they keep everything nice and convenient for me. And finally, I have Aang and Appa Funko Pops just to add a little bit of personalization to my desk setup. And then I also have this fake houseplant that I got at home. Yeah, that's it. And it just adds a little splash of life to my desk setup. So that completes my simple but productive dorm desk setup, and I'm super happy with how this came out from my last college desk setup. Again, I would consider this desk setup to be budget friendly because everything adds up to right around $800, and whatever laptop you have for college would just slide right into this, and it's gonna work perfectly with this desk setup. So I'm gonna leave links to everything that I mentioned in this video down below, so if you're interested in any updated pricings, then you can go check them out there. So that's gonna be the end of the video. If you enjoyed it or if you learned something new, then please don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe. And as always, have a great day everyone, and cheers.